Thank you so much, everyone, for being here at this amazing summit. I heard a little bit about what Johnny had to say and really concur with the fact that, equity crowdfunding is something that really is for the hustlers. It's for the people who not only want to engage their community, but also want to make sure that the world knows what they're creating. And I think that's super exciting. So just for a brief introduction, my name is Cheryl Campos. I am the head of venture growth and partnerships here at Republic. Republic actually is a spin out of AngelList. So we spun out about 5 years ago now. We just celebrated our 5th birthday. And since 2016, with the Title III of the Jobs Act that passed, we were finally able to democratize access to the private markets. This is something that, a lot of times people don't necessarily know that they can't really invest in their friend's startup if they don't have, $1 million in net worth or other limits. But that's the beauty of what we do. So it kind of takes, quite frankly, the onus of investing in private startups from VCs and really applies it to everyone else around the world. And with that, we are so proud to really be the gold standard of equity crowdfunding, because not only do we have over 500 startups now in our portfolio, but we also have a really great focus on diversity. So about 40% of our founders are women, and about 20%, actually 15 to 20% are Black and Latinx. And those are stats that, people don't necessarily fabricate. It is mostly from the fact that, one, we have democratized access to this space and we are giving them the access to capital that they need to thrive. But two, it's also because we're very intentional about it. So we have a couple of programs that we've created in order to make sure that our pipeline is diverse. We have our venture partner program, which I started actually right as the pandemic began. In time of crisis is also a time of opportunity and bringing people together. And so we were able to bring 30 amazing VCs, accelerators, and ecosystem players to really come together and help be ambassadors and mentors to founders, especially underrepresented in different areas. So we have about 33 states represented in our portfolio, and that's not a coincidence. That's also because a lot of our venture partners are everywhere in different cities that we believe are emerging hubs that we really want to be a part of. So whether it's Austin, Miami, LA, Detroit, we have a lot of different, Atlanta, we have a lot of different partners there. So not only that, but we make sure that we are inclusive. So we also acquired She Works. She Works with an X at the end. And that essentially is a community of about 25,000 women entrepreneurs that are supporting each other and, through events and meetings in order to make sure that they have access to not only VCs, but also to Republic. So please take a look at venture programs that we have, the Republic and She Work collaboration that we have. And last but not least, I'd say, in terms of, if you are looking to raise on Republic, this is something that I think every single person should use as a tool in their capital toolkit. This is something where if you are anywhere from pre-seed all the way through Series B, C, you can raise up to $5 million from accredited and non-accredited investors. And so through that, not only do you have to show, like Johnny mentioned prior, actually, that if you're a hustler, if you already have some traction, you have to really market your campaign. So the way that we look for startups are they a hustler? Are they going to crush it? Are they crowdfundable? That's the first thing. Two, do they have traction? Because even though we have about 2 million people now on our platform, they always want to see that there's growth, there's momentum, and kind of play a little bit into that FOMO game. So that's the second thing is, do they have some traction? So whether they're post-product, post-revenue, that's something that's really important to us. And then third, is this something that makes sense to be used as a marketing growth hack, right? So even though that generally stems for B2C companies, so selling directly to consumers, it actually can work as well for B2B companies. So actually, if anything, they do just as well as B2C. And I think the reason why is because investors like to use those companies as a way to invest in opportunities that they wouldn't have access to otherwise. And so that I think is really important to note. So we're industry agnostic at the end of the day, and we have had everything from like, for example, Fluent Pet that's right now on that is all about, catering to dogs and helping them communicate with their owners, all the way to, cybersecurity out in Mexico that's, has 25 million in revenue from last year alone and expected to double this year, right? We have a full range of all different opportunities, about 100 at any given time. And so that really caters to everyone's like investor profile. So whether they are super risky, they want to invest in pre-seed, or they are more cautious, but they want to still invest in a company that's, Series A, Series B. So those are kinds of things that we look for if we're public, because as I mentioned, we are the gold standard. We want to make sure that we have a curated platform that is full of different opportunities that are very diverse. And we accept about 3% of the companies that apply. However, if you do also get a referral from like a bench partner, for example, you can find them on Twitter, you can find them on our website, you can reach out to them. That actually helps, because then they're able to also guide you through the process, and we're able to really prioritize your application. So that's something that we really want to stress. At the end of the day, for those that are interested in learning like what it entails, the process entails, we essentially walk you through our process and tell you, hey, like this is what is required to have a successful campaign. Then we do the due diligence process. We make sure that the company is making sure that the business and financials are sound. Then we present to the investment committee, who decides whether or not they're fit for the platform, and then they start onboarding. Onboarding really takes care of three different things. Legal, so making sure that you have your legal paperwork or the Form C filed. 2, that you also have your financials that are GET compliant. And then 3, that you have your marketing, ducks in a row. And so we give you a playbook, the best tips and tricks, strategies, all of that, in order to make sure that this is, that you are ready for something. And the best campaigns, quite frankly, are the ones that are the most prepared. And then so that all takes about 2 to 4 weeks, depending on, how far along the company is in terms of fundraising, and then you go ahead and launch. And so some of our major wins that we've had so far has been like Gumroad, for example. Sahil is an amazing advocate for Republic, and he was able to, on the first day that the $5 million cap was set, he was able to raise the full $5 million from his customers, which was super exciting. We actually were talking to him at midnight, congratulating him, because that is such an amazing feat to do, and really kind of galvanize the troops. Not only that, but we've also been very innovative in terms of our offering. So we also had Arlen Hamilton, who was able to raise for her operating company of Backstage Capital. And that also was another fundraise that, quite frankly, was historic, because during Black History Month of raising for an operating company, and that had never been done before. So that was incredibly exciting. We are always at the forefront of creative solutions. We also have a whole variety, quite frankly, of different investment opportunities and ways that you can potentially raise, whether it's through startups or real estate. We acquired Compound back in 2020. We also acquired Fig, which is revenue-based financing. Yeah, revenue-based financing. And then we also have Next Seed, which is going to convert into Republic Local, and that is for small and mid-sized businesses. So not only can we do equity through and safes through Republic retail, but we can also do hybrid debt equity. We can do debt, revenue-based financing, and the like. And so that, to me, I think speaks volumes to our prowess in terms of making sure that we are able to cater for every founder's needs. And we have raised about 36 million now at the Series A that we announced a couple months ago, which is super exciting. We're growing the team. We're hiring as well. We have about 200 employees now, and the sky's the limit. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I can talk about Republic all day, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I have some maybe some time for questions, or if not, feel free to reach out on Twitter. I'm a model VC. I'm also, my email is Cheryl@republic.co. So feel free to mention this, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we hope that you can join the Republic family. Thank you.